Hello boys and girls, Jack here, and today I'm going to show you how to load a virtual instrument or synthesizer in Cakewalk by Bandlab. So some digital audio workstations are a little less straightforward with this than others, but thankfully with Cakewalk in its current form, this is a pretty simple thing to do. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this so you can have your different options. First, and probably easiest way to do this is just by clicking on this plus icon over here. When you do that, it'll give you the options for either an audio track or an instrument track. Go ahead and click on the instrument tab, and then on this drop down menu here you can pick which synthesizer you want to open up. I'm going ahead and open up Massive, and then just go ahead and create. So now we have an instance of Massive. And if your MIDI controller is properly set up, you can just go ahead and start jamming. You can also do the same thing by just right-clicking in this track section here and select Insert Instrument, and then it brings up that same menu again. Let's go ahead and bring up a second instance of Massive. So now we have two instrument tracks here. Both are different instances of Massive. So now that we've done that, let's look at another way to load a synth into this here Cakewalk. First, let's make sure that our synth rack is opened up. I've got my synth rack opened up here, but in case you don't see it right away, what you can do is go to Views, and then go to Synth Rack View, and then it'll open that up. You can also do the same thing by just using the hotkey Alt+9, and then that'll show or hide that. So now that we can see the synth rack view, what you'll do is click on this plus button right here, insert synth, and choose the synthesizer you want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Zeta here. And what you'll do is check this box right here where it says simple instrument track. You have these other options here, and there'd be other reasons you'd want to choose these different ones, but we'll just keep it simple and use simple instrument track. And so that opens up another instance, another track, which is what all three of these are actually. They're all simple instrument tracks. And hooray, we did it. And this track should be good to go as well. Alright, perfect. One last thing I wanted to show you. This next way, what you're going to do is split the audio and MIDI tracks from each other. Let's go back to the synth rack and add another synth. This time let's go to Koji. And what you'll do is deselect this simple instrument track, or deselect any of these other track options here, and then click OK. So now the synthesizer is loaded, but we don't have any way to play it right now. So what we'll do is right click on this track section here again and go to Insert Audio Track, and then do the same thing, Insert MIDI Track. Now we have separate MIDI and audio tracks, but we're not done yet. With both of these tracks, open up the view so you can see the input and output options. On the audio track, change the input to the synth we want, so we're going to go to Koji, and let's just do a stereo output. And then on the MIDI track, it's defaulted to one of these other ones, but let's go ahead and match that to the same synthesizer. And now we have two separate tracks working in harmony. You can also set up more than one MIDI track this way. So we can have a separate MIDI track here. And this way you can have multiple MIDI tracks working on the same synthesizer. And there are a few reasons you'd want to do this, but that's a topic for another time. But anyway, if you liked this video and found it useful, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Anyway, this is Jack, and I hope you have the best day ever, Best wishes and have fun making music. Bye-bye.